Hello and welcome. So, this is my 98 Honda Integra, and this is also my 98 Honda Integra. However, there is a slight difference between these vehicles because the one you are looking at right now has been fitted with the engine from one of these. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing yet another engine swap video. However, this one we're going to be taking a look at how big of a difference or an impact an engine swap has on a vehicle. Or you could say, can a normal fully tuned engine keep up with a engine swap? If you are interested in more Gran Turismo 7 content, or you just go on to like this video, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content, and let's jump straight into it. So I decided the first thing that we're going to try out is a quarter mile time. So first up we have the standard motor Integra. So this car produces 359 brake horsepower, which is considerably less than the engine swap version, which produces 508 brake horsepower. And this car sets a quarter mile time of 12.5. If we take a look at the run of the engine swap Integra, then we can see, okay, in its favor, yes, it does have more brake horsepower, but it does way more. So you need to keep in mind, is the power gonna overcome the added weight to this vehicle? Will it beat it? Yes, it beat it. Damn. It almost beat the time by a full second. Okay, 1 point to the engine swap team. Okay, so after the victory for the engine swapped Integra, we decided we're gonna throw it first, head on into the top speed run and see what benchmark it can set and how close can the standard engine actually get to it. Now we are on special route X. I want you to keep in mind there aren't circuits in the game that allow you to actually use the full potential. Like, you aren't gonna reach these cars top speeds on a normal circuit. Special route X is not a normal circuit, so I just want you to keep that in mind. With that being said, we are in the Integra and we are doing already 350 kilometers per hour. Now the run is gonna last up until we reach the incline for the hill. You know the hill that I'm talking about, but as you can see, the car is sitting pretty at 350 kilometers per hour, which is the top speed that we were actually able to hit before we reached the incline of the hill, because as you see, we are already on the hill. So now, with 350 kilometers being the speed to beat, let's now move on over to the standard engine. Now the Integra made a steady climb up until 5th gear. Now we can't blame this to my tuning abilities, which is none. So it reached 5th gear and it kind of just plateaued. It stayed in one position, so we never really gained that much speed. But when I tried altering the gears, it didn't even reach 300 kilometers per hour. I'm saying that like it hit 300 kilometers per hour in this run. So we reached a top speed of 295 before we began to make our climb up the hill. So 295 compared to 350, it's a big difference. Another point to the engine swap team. Okay, now it is time to put these cars around a circuit. So keep in mind, if the Integra with the engine swap is good in a straight line, maybe it's bad around corners. You never know. This could be the chance for the standard engine Integra to shine. This could be its moment. Now, I picked Kyoto Driving Park because this is honestly one of my favorite circuits in the game. It's such a fun circuit. It has straight lines, speed, corners, and it's just honestly a nice circuit to drive around. It's the best way to put it. Now with driving the engine swapped Integra, I must say this car does have ample power. Whenever you need power, it is there. Going into a corner, if you just need to feather throttle or even coming out of the corner, it has enough power to get you going. There is no bogged down or just lack of power. You'll never think, hey, I need less power or I need more power. It's just so perfectly balanced. Now, a feature that I think, or an aspect that I must mention, is that with the engine swap version, you are able to put a high RPM turbo on it, whereas with the standard motor, the biggest turbo you can put is a medium RPM turbo. So the minute you start engine swapping your vehicles, the performance modifications and upgrades that you can do will actually change. So it does give the engine swap version more of an advantage. Now in the corners, the car is balanced, it is stable, but now some engine swaps, the minute you change it, like for example in the Mini Cooper S, the engine is too powerful for the car cannot control it. I've battled, I've found tunes, and it just does not give for a pleasurable drive. With the Integra, with the K20 swap, the drive is immaculate. It's just everything you need is there. It's so balanced, it doesn't feel overweight. It's just wow, it's an amazing driving vehicle. Around the circuit, the fastest lap we were able to get was a 1 minute 36.4. Now that is nowhere near the fastest car, it is nowhere there. But for this video, we aren't looking at every other car, we are only looking at the engine swap and the stock engine. So now I think it's time we turn the spotlight over to the standard engine. Now with the standard engine, I think a lot can be said. A lot of what I've already said can be said about the standard engine. It does have ample power, but you can feel the power difference. You can feel that it lacks compared to the engine swap. Okay, look, I'm not putting down the standard engine, but let's bring it to reality. If you had the opportunity in real life, would you take the standard engine or are you gonna take the engine swap one? I don't know. Personal preference, I'm gonna take the engine swap every time. Now, the standard engine is great. It was built for the car, but the engine swap is just better performing, better handling. It does everything it needs to. Because when I say the Integra with the standard motor, you put it around the corner and it just doesn't handle as well. The thing is, suspension wise, I have set the vehicles up identically. There's no difference. So I don't know why the car is not performing as well around the corners as the engine swap vehicle. Now the car actually suffers from a little bit of understeer. Like for example, you come up to a turn, you full lock it, and the car just says no. It just doesn't turn. If you've played Gran Turismo enough, you would have picked this up by playing with front wheel drive vehicles. They just refuse to turn sometimes. There's no reason, because it will start turning and just decide, no, I give up. Yeah, no, you got this. You must make a plan. Now, with all of this being said, the stock Integra motor did a lap time of 1 minute 43 seconds. That is over 7 seconds slower than the engine swap Integra. So that means for all of the events, the engine swap won. So is the standard engine good enough to keep up with the engine swap? No, it is not. If you get an engine swap, please use it. Pick it wisely, because you know it's very hard to get engine swaps. Now I can make an entire video on engine swaps. I've made multiple. You've probably seen one. But with that being said, an engine swap is completely worth it. It is such a rare item. Everyone needs to at least experience it one. Hopefully you will one day experience an engine swap vehicle. With that being said, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Don't forget, leave a like, subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content, and thank you so much for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.